Okay, continuing on, we had a little glitch, as we do. So, hello and welcome back to Renee Divatronic presenting Long Play. This is where I read you my song lyrics from songs that are on Apple Music, and I give you a little story as well. So, before technicality, first world problem interrupted into our newsfeed, I was reading a song called Island Dreaming with you. So I don't know. I'll just continue on, right? So, peaceful mind, let's slow down. Let me find you in your happy place. Upside down, inside out. I don't care. It doesn't matter what I find. I found we are one. Your eyes are wide open. Your heart is kind. There's no corruption on my line. It's all love. It's all I hear. And you see, that's the first draft. So when I've got other scribbles, but when you hear it on the recording, it's so much more polished and so much better because, but you know, you just scribble things down really because it comes off the top of my head. I just get this, feeling and I just go, I have to write. And so I write. And I've been doing this since I was a teenager, and the thing is that I don't listen. I don't listen to a lot of songs. I don't really listen to a lot of songs, a lot of radio, I don't really watch the TV. So, and I like to go dancing on the dance floor with no vocals in music. So I like techno, I like psytrance, but, a little bit of vocals fine. But I did sit down in my room about 25 years ago, and I heard this, I was listening to this CD, and it was Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks. I was just obsessed with her. I mean, sure, like I've listened to her before, but I really listened to her songwriting, and I just loved it. She's so wonderful. So, I just listened to her, and I go, well, if there's one songwriter, and if there's one, for that rock, gorgeous poetry storytelling, and then you have Madonna for, very cool pop music, vocals, storytelling, they're two that I really, really like. So that's it. And so that's called Take Me to Your Happy Place by Renee Divatronic and the Faux Stars, available on Apple Music. So now, what was I going to say? So when it comes to music, in 1998, you might not know, but in Melbourne, Australia, I started a little project, with an American DJ, and he did this little course, and he set up this gorgeous little space in Brunswick, Brunswick Street, and it was a little record store. So when I was about, how old was I? I was like 19, turning and 20, so I was 19, 20, and 21, and so that's what I helped him with. And I was in some magazines, Australian Broadcast Corporation, ABC Music Magazine, and there was a TV show attached to it. And I was put in a magazine, and for music producing, not DJing. So because I wanted to be a songwriter and a music producer when I grew up. So I'm still growing up, and so I did that, and I was voted in top 10 actually in those days. But I wanted to prove to the Melbourne club scene boys, because they are quite, you know, strong bunch of fellows, and I wanted to prove myself to them. So I did a music production course with Ivan Goff and Luke Sharble at DMC, Stuart Hanna's place. So we all toddle upstairs, and he has this beautiful mixing desk. I think this was like, is it 99, 2000, it's 25 years ago. Anyway, so I decided I'm going to prove that I know how to work things. I know how to work the doors. I can, you know, I was using Cubase then, and then I moved on to Logic. Now I'm onto Pro Tools. But anyway, so what we did is we did this little short course, and he had this gorgeous mixing desk that was used by AC/DC. And I thought that was super cool. It's called a Neve mixing desk. Big. And he had to get a crane to bring it through the window and put it into the studio. And then what else happened? That's it. So I did that course just to prove to the boys that I know stuff, you know. And we had the record store then as well. I'd gone overseas, you see. I went overseas to Egypt, to Greece, to Turkey, and to Israel. And I took my sampler, I had this little mini disc player, and I was sampling sounds in all the different countries, you know, waking up super early in the morning and listening to the ladies with the baskets on their heads, the chickens flapping around. And in Egypt, you know, I stayed in a hotel that was opposite the pyramids, you know. That was super cool. So I came back and I collected all those sounds and I put them into the computer, into the sampler, and you know, made a little techno song, whatever. So that's it. So now I'll read you another song. Let's see what I have. I've been looking all night for one of the songs called Ghosts of My Past, but I cannot find the hard copy, the piece of paper I wrote it on. Isn't that a disaster? But there's a song on Apple Music called Ghosts of My Past, and I really, really like this song, you know, really, really like it. So if you have time, I'll put the link on this page, okay? So what have we got now? I've got this little one. I'm going to do this up and put it online. Just with a little electronic voice, like a little vocoder over it, and some, you know, sneaky, creepy little synthesizers weaving through. So this one is called Loop. Loop. Life on Loop. Or, you know, the word motive is when things go over and over and over again. You know, you have these people that say if you're repeating the same exercise over and over again and you get the same result when you're actually looking for something different, it's a sign of like mental insanity. So anyway, that's motive, loop. So this, I'll read this to you. Okay.